This first week, we're going to be discussing human prehistory and the origins of what we call Western civilization. The reading assignment this week is going to be a little different than most weeks. We only have about 7 pages in our textbook to read this week, pages 1 through 7 in Spielvogel. Your version may look a little different than mine. I have the teacher's edition, which is a little bit thicker. There's also, though, a short article I posted on Blackboard, a chapter excerpt from a book called Guns, Germs, and Steel by a man named Jared Diamond. And the Guns, Germs, and Steel article I think is particularly interesting. It asks the question, why does farming begin in the Middle East as opposed to other parts of the world? And that's a very important question for this week in class, because what we're going to find this week and next week and the week after is that the origins of Western civilization, the origins of the various societies we're going to be studying this semester, start in a part of the world that most people don't think of as the birthplace of civilization, namely the ancient Near East or the ancient Middle East. As we're going to find out, many features of modern societies, whether it's agriculture or writing or city life, actually had their start in a part of the world that today is in Iraq, right? Ancient Mesopotamia. And so Diamond asks the question, why there? Right? Why of all the places on Earth? Why there? Why is that where agriculture begins? And the answer he gives, I hope you'll find pretty interesting. Now, when you're reading the textbook this week, it isn't very long. Do pay particular attention to a couple points. First off, pay particular attention to Spielvogel's description of hunter-gatherer societies. We're going to have some questions on the discussion board talking about hunter-gatherers and the Neolithic Revolution, which is that movement away from being a hunter-gatherer towards being a member of an agricultural society. Also, I want you to start looking, especially on page 6, at Spielvogel's definition of what a civilization is, because we use that word civilization in a number of different ways, and in this class we're going to be using it in a very specific kind of way, not just in sort of the colloquial ways and colloquial senses that you might be used to. So look at Spielvogel's definition of civilization and try to decide if you agree with it, disagree with it, if you find it helpful. We'll have a discussion question in there asking about what civilization is. And so again, make sure you look at page 6 on Spielvogel's view. You don't have to read all of chapter 1. Because next week we're going to get into the rest of it, namely the discussion of Mesopotamia and Egypt. But never hurts to get ahead, and so if you want to get ahead, feel free to go and start reading the rest of the chapter.